Hello everybody, this is Stonewall, and today we are looking at some new stuff they added in Infinite Warfare. This is the full version of the game. I actually got up at midnight and played it for about 3.5 hours, something like that. So I'm rank 16. I decided I was just going to play for the fun of it, get a good feel for it before I tried to record anything. But I figured now would be a good time to look through some of the things that were either locked during the beta or were not visible at all. And a lot of it has to do with variants and things like that. So let's look in here. In the beta, they didn't have these listed, if I remember correctly. And they might not have actually had these listed. I don't remember for sure. Actually, I think they did. But this one changes the Volk into a semi-automatic and increases the amount of damage it does. So I know this gun is about a 2 to 3 shot kill. I don't know if you can get a 2-shot. But I'm pretty sure in semi-auto mode with this variant, it would probably be a 2-shot kill weapon, which I would definitely enjoy, depending, of course, on the fire rate cap. So, killing all enemy players grants a large bonus to your payload meter, and this, if you're on a roll, this can definitely happen. Some matches, people are just playing in completely different parts of the map from you. And that probably won't happen, but still a pretty neat little thing. Kills grant additional 10% score. Is kind of nice for earning score streaks and things like that, but it's not going to make a huge difference in earning those. And increased range, that one's kind of interesting. So then SMGs, there's none listed for the others here. I'm not sure if they'll be added at some point or if they're just in other places, and I'll get to that in just a minute. Light machine guns, these two were on here before, but now we've got the ones for the Titan listed. So additional 10% score, 5-player kill streak restores 1 lethal and tactical. Now this is kind of cool, for you to be able to keep going, but it's not one of those things that you really rely on in a match. And then this one, it has a special sight on it. So I'm not sure what this sight does, how it compares to some of the other optics in the game. So the DMR-1, which is kind of a souped up version of the M1 Garand model. Which is kind of interesting, but anyways. Readiness, Headhunter, so headshot kills instantly refill your magazine. Now on this one, because it's a sniper and the way you play with a sniper, you're more likely to benefit from this. And then similar to the other one, 5-player kill streak restores 1 lethal and tactical, and you can hold your breath for an infinite amount of time. The last one, it comes with a reflex sight instead of a scope, and it reduces your idle sway. So if you look at the pictures, this is closer to an actual M1. So that'll be kind of interesting. Under shotguns, I believe we've seen these. We haven't seen the Rack 9s, and this is one that I'm kind of excited for. Well, I'll show you one in a second. So you got Steady, which is kind of useful, and it stacks with laser sight. Additional 10% score. 3-player streak earns a random perk, 3 max. So if you go on a 9-player streak with this gun, you'll wind up with 3 extra perks, which is kind of crazy. And this one also increases the range. So that could be a very interesting weapon. And then you've got this. It's a slug gun. So I don't know how much this affects the drop-off rate on the range and that kind of thing, how far out you can get a one-shot kill, whether it's going to be like the Argus where it completely goes away or closer to the KSG from Black Ops 2. Either way, I'm kind of excited for this. I kind of like playing with slug guns for a challenge. Then under handguns, we've got the Hellstorm, which I tend to call the Rhino because that's the gun it's based off of in real life. It's based off of the Chiappa Rhino, which is a revolver that fires out of the bottom of the cylinder instead of the top. That's why it's kind of an odd shape. But anyways, readiness, sensor, so damage causes target to show on minimap. And I think that works so your teammates can see them as well. Refresher, 5-player kill streak, restores one lethal and tactical, and reduced hip spread. And then this is kind of what I was looking for this gun. This was the type of variant I was expecting. Fires powerful bullets with heavy recoil. So I'm curious to see whether that's going to be a 1 or 2 shot kill. This also increases the damage range and stacks with a rifle barrel. So that's going to be a very interesting one to see, as well as this Oni Kaiken, which fires a charged, powerful single shot. It reminds me of the plasma pistols from Halo. So there's those. Now, in the beta, a lot of things were accelerated, including the rate at which you earn variants through your mission team. So, as you can see, these are spaced out every 10 levels of the mission team. And some of them got moved around a bit. And I'm assuming part of that is because at the level cap for the beta, you actually couldn't unlock some of these weapons. So that's probably part of the reason why they didn't include those. So they've rearranged it a bit, and we can go through some of these. The Kindle 44 has increased ammo. And then sensor on the HVR, Karma 45 that grants a random perk every 3-player kills, and then the Windfall we've seen before in the beta. So then over here we get Stockpile on the Karma 45. Headshot kills grant a small bonus to your payload meter on the Widowmaker. Now that one's going to be interesting, and I haven't done any testing or any looking to see if that will actually get a 1-shot headshot kill. I'm assuming it would, but I don't know. This is the 2-round burst sniper rifle. Then we've got the Wraith. So kills hide nearby friendlies from enemy radars. It's almost like the little portable jammers from Modern Warfare 3. I think that had it in there. Anyways, there's the Havoc, so you can, a 25 kill streak will earn you a nuke, basically. And then Karma 45 Phobos, greatly reduced spread while jumping and sliding. So that's kind of nice if you're a very active player, you're moving around a lot and that kind of thing. Here, reduced hip fire spread. Headshot kills grant a small bonus to your payload meter. Gain 1 random attachment when you spawn. Now this could be either really good or very annoying. So you get a free attachment, right? But you can't control what it is. So it can work both ways. The Kindle 44, again, 3-player kill streak. And then this one will be very interesting to see. Akimbo with improved hip spread can no longer aim down sight. So this will be a very interesting variant to see how that behaves. Alright, and then the Widowmaker, again, infinite time to hold your breath. Headshot kills instantly refill your magazine, which can be useful in some situations, but in general I'm aiming center mass, and I have to make myself go for headshots when I'm working on challenges. Killing all enemy players grant a large bonus to your payload meter. And again, it's kind of a rare occurrence, but if you're really rolling, you can do it. Kindle 44 Cartel. I like the looks of this gun. If you just look at the model for it and the skin on it, it's kind of cool. But normal movement speed while aiming down sight. So it's almost like having stock on your handgun. It's a similar effect. So then the Widowmaker comes with an advanced suppressor with normal damage range, which means the suppressor doesn't affect the damage on this one. Now, I haven't done any looking or seen anything. The data is not out yet as to how much suppressors affect, but that'll be interesting to see. So then we have the Quartermaster Collection. These are only available in supply drops, and this is the kind of thing that I was afraid would happen. But I've already got one. I started off with one common supply drop, and I went ahead and opened it and got this gun out of it. So we've got the EBR 800, and then we've got the DCM 8 even keel, so reduced recoil, which is kind of nice since this is a full auto shotgun. We have the K-Bar 32 String Theory. If you get a double kill, it instantly reloads your magazine. The DMR 1, a double kill instantly reload your magazine. And then the Hailstorm Vertex, headshot kills instantly refill your magazine. NV4 Prosperity is again the 3-player kill streaks. So it seems like a lot of these repeat themselves in each category, and then you got the epics that don't follow any rules. So then you got this one, it'll let you earn a nuke, and then gain 1 random attachment when you spawn. So this is where it gets interesting, the epics. So the Volk Corruption, every kill grants extra experience. So this means that you can rank up just a little bit faster with this gun, and then increased damage range on top of that. So that's kind of interesting. Reaver Machete. Melee attacks with this weapon cause enemies to explode. Now the question is, does this damage you or does it only damage enemies? So it could be a negative thing, but it'll probably be a little while before we actually earn this one. And then this is one of the ones that a lot of people were seeing in the previews. Bonus damage towards the groin instead of headshots, which if you think about it would probably be a good thing, because a lot of times I'm aiming center mass instead of trying to go for headshots. So I'm more likely to get the bonus damage here than on the regular version. It's kind of funny, the skin on this gun and the looks of it remind me of some of the weapons from Borderlands 2. Some of the Miss Moxie weapons in the game. So that's all of the variants that we know of and that we haven't seen before in the beta. So the next thing is looking at a little bit of customization stuff, and you won't really be able to see much. So there's a lot of different camos from the beta. This is the first one you earn from the JTF Wolverines. As you can see, it's reflective, and honestly, in a match, sometimes this is a bad thing. I've been aiming down sight before, and the lighting or whatever was behind me, and it would reflect back into my eyes, and it's really bright, honestly. It's kind of cool the way they did that. And there's not really any previews for any of these others. I'm assuming these are, well, some of these are bonuses for pre-ordering, things like that. I'm not sure how you unlock those. But these are all from the Quartermaster. There's 19 of these. And then multiplayer, the first couple are only from kills. I'm not sure. I think some of these others are going to be headshots, long shots, and that type thing. So then accessory, I was curious about this in the beta. I was wondering if it would just be cosmetic or if it would affect your gameplay at all. But these are actually small items that hang on the side of your weapon. And these are all different ones. You can get them from the Quartermaster, from your mission team, and from multiplayer. So I'm not sure if these are challenges or how it all works there. And here it shows you what weapon level you unlock, weapon prestige for your guns. So that was just kind of a little overview on that. Now, something that has been brought up recently is customization of sniper reticles. So you have multiple sniper reticles to choose from. There's actually some you can earn in the supply drops. And I'm curious to see what some of these look like. I kind of wish they'd give you a preview so you knew which ones you really wanted to work towards and earn. But yeah, so that's kind of a cool thing there. So we're going to do one more thing, and that is open up these supply drops.
Looks like breaking out the good stuff.
So I went ahead and got the season pass because I knew I'd be recording gameplay. So let's open up these rare supply drops, and as you can see, I've got 1200 salvage up there. Alright. Nice. So 11 salvage. Not much. Alright. Let's run it again. Already a duplicate. Wow. Oh, I like that camo. So 10 salvage from the duplicate. So that looks like koi fish or something for sniper rifle camo. That's kind of cool. It's also interesting to note that the camouflages that you earn in the supply drops and from the mission teams apply to the entire group of weapons and not just one particular weapon like Black Ops 3 did. I'm not sure. I'm assuming part of this, it actually reduces the number of items you can get in supply drops. Alright. So far, that LMG is about the only one I've got variants for. Whoa. Whoa. That right there in the middle is an accessory. It's an eyeball. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's run another one. Here we go. Alright, so we got the Calamity EMC. Oh, that was another duplicate already. So 105 salvage there. It's kind of nice. So there's the EMC that you can earn a nuke with. That could be an interesting challenge to attempt. And then the Mauler there. Emblem. And then another duplicate weapon variant. It's interesting. Now what bugs me just a little bit is the fact that I get a duplicate of a weapon variant that would have cost about 200 salvage to unlock, and they give me 5 for it. So I don't know if that needs to be reworked or not, but there's another duplicate. They're doing that a lot. Whoa, 210 salvage, that's awesome. Alright, knife camo. There's a shotgun. Alright.
That one's a favorite of mine.
So, got one left here. Oh, nice. So I'd actually seen somebody get the molten camo. I really like the looks of it. Let's spin these keys that I earned last night. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we definitely got quite a bit of salvage on that. So, well, I say quite a bit. It's 684 salvage from those rare supply drops. let's actually go look at some of this stuff real quick. So if I go to my camos, now it looks a little bit odd on parts of that gun. And then, interesting. Alright. So what else? Oh, of course the weapon variants in here. So I wonder what this looks like if you go to put a camo on. Okay, it just completely covers that. Alright. So let's see. Yep, so that just hangs. That's kind of cool. It just hangs loose on your weapon. Alright. Kind of neat. So it looks like there's a bunch of different things you can get there. And of course, all of these different variants. This will definitely be nice because the last several games I've played with it, I have run out of ammo. Now the cool thing is you can change variants and it still leaves the rest of the class setup the same. It doesn't affect your attachments, which I really like that they did it that way. And then you got this one that I got 3 different variants of, including a duplicate. There's the Mauler, which if you set up right can play almost like the chainsaw from Ghosts. So anyways, it was a pretty good supply drop opening and good look at some of the new stuff. They did rearrange some of the stuff with the combat rigs. The order in which you earn, for instance, the second payload on the Synaptic, it moved to player level 28 to get the Reaper. So what you earn now instead of that is Rewind. So anyways, they did change some of that, but I'm planning on playing a little bit, and I was actually tempted to do a live stream, and I may still try to do one at some point, but I can't do it from my normal recording area because the internet's not quite good enough. But anyways, this is Stonewall signing off. I'll see you in another video.